Yep, you see correct. I have two double stuffed Oreos. One is Sour Patch Kids and one is Cadbury Caramilk flavored cookie sandwich with double cream inspired by Cadbury Caramilk. And this one says flavored cookie sandwich with double cream inspired by Sour Patch Kids lime. So that's why the middle is green, minty green, and that's why this color is this. So I think I'm going to go with this one first to try, to see what might come of it as I get some nail art inspiration. Yes, that's right, some nail art inspiration. These were only $1.99 Australian dollars, so I thought, why not? As it's been years since I had a Oreo. I'm not a big, huge fan of Oreos, but why not live a little and have something you don't typically eat? Oh, that smells sweet, sweet to the sweetertons. I might like the other ones more because I do like Sour Patch. It might balance. I don't know. But it might be more intense too because it might be sour for all we know. Because Sour Patch Kids are sour. But right now we're just doing the Cadbury ones that are down on it. Ah, the packaging's being a little bit of a nuisance. Come on, packaging. Come on. To mama. It's being very hard to open. Very, very hard. Okay. Hopefully I can reclose these because I'm not going to eat all of these now. Okay, let's see if I can get an intact cookie here. Ooh. Maybe the other side's more intact. Okay, very vanilla-y smelling. That's more intact. See? There is the Oreo look of the cookie. This is kind of like a yellowish. The inside kind of makes me think of dough. So I'm going to see if I can take it off. So there it is. That's what the inside looks like. I might just eat it all in one bite. No, I will take a bite of this. So let's try this cookie out. Ooh, that is sweet. It's almost, the one thing I'm not a huge fan of these things is it kind of tastes like, I think it's like a frosting taste in the middle. And the only kind of frosting I like is the ones you see on carrot cake, which is made with cream cheese. You typically make with honey, that I recall. Not terrible. At least I got some coffee here to wash it down a little bit. So let's have some coffee with it. Okay. That's not too bad. I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't like it. It's too sweet for me. Oh. This is why I'm not a huge Oreo fan. And not surprising because of the kind it is. That is very, very, very sweet. Ugh. Oof. Okay. Wash that down with a little bit of coffee and then we'll try the Sour Patch Kids ones. Oh. So, we now have, I serve two. Okay, I just saw that little thing there. But I might like this one more because this might balance it out better. I don't know. It looks like it's going to be a lighter colored cookie. The packaging on this one's more fun. That's for sure. That's for sure, Tins. I'm just going to try to get this open. Ah, don't fall down on the floor. Thank you very much. There we go. Yep. There's the color of that one. And there's that. That makes sense because it's like going off of this kind of. Wow, is that bright. Whoa, I didn't think it was that. Whoa, that is green. I might have a perfect polish that was from my last manicure. Ooh, that lemon comes out strong. Yep. This one came intact more. At least the Oreo part. It's not so. Show the part without the crack. There it is in all of its glory. This one's been eaten some, but there's the difference of the inside of that one, and there is that one. Let's try this. I might try actually, before I get into this one, let's open this one up and just try the cream by itself. And now the cookie. The cookie's better. I think the cookies that they do are good. I'm not a huge fan of the innards typically of an Oreo. But you gotta live a little. And that's what I thought I would do. Oh, my mouth feels sweet to high heavens. Oof. Okay, hopefully this one's not as sweet. And we'll see if it's sour, because it is a Sour Patch Kid, and there's literally the word sour in their name. So here it is. Cheers. This one is actually more fun colored as well. It almost looks radioactive. That one is a little bit better because it's less sweet. The lemon really helps. That cream tastes much better. Oh, I like this one. Oh, that's not too bad. Still not like wowed by it. Not like, oh my gosh, because I'm not a huge fan. I'm opening it up so I can try some of the cream by itself. Even though it's breaking a little bit on the, on the edge there. Yeah. I'm going to try a cookie by itself. Probably tastes the same, I imagine. Oh, that's a lemon. Oh, There's a lemony cookie. I think there's lemon on the outside one. Interesting. Definitely, even though my least favorite part of these cookies is probably the cream, but this is the best one. Even the most fun looking. It doesn't leave me wanting to instantaneously wash it down like the other one. That's what I've been having problems with, actually, recently. Getting the chocolates and stuff from this. They can be a little much, like, overpowering. So it's not surprising that this is overpowering in its taste, because it makes it, like, too sweet for me. I have a thing about being sweet tooth. But there we go with those. So I think this is going to be the one I do on my typical hand. And then this one's going to be the one I do on my other. Though, I've been thinking about it. I could add something else in this to make this interesting. Because I have done it recently, but I have little gummy bears that are 3D. So I might want to add a gummy bear nail. So that might be the best one. So I might actually want to switch the nails and do the Sour Patch on this and this on this. So I can get the one nail and then do the accent. So that's what I'm thinking to do. So I think I might do that. I might be adding the gummy bear or something that will go with it gummy-ish at least. I don't know. Because the gummy bears I have, let me see. I think I have one here. Yeah, I have them here. They're kind of a little bit big. If you remember last time with my Hope Scope nails, they're pretty massive. So they'll cover up the whole nail. That's it compared to my fingers. So I'm not sure, but if I did that, it has to be on this hand because it's my less dominant hand. So I may do one of these just to give it that thing, even if they're gummy bears and not Sour Patch Kids looking. So at least it has the theme. So that's what I was thinking. So let's get to it and put those cookie looks on these naked nails that are ready to get paintified. Now that I've had a little bit something to eat, it's now time to get these nails unnakified. Yep. So they have some polish on them. So here you go with this color that I said I was going to use. That is very, very close to the cream of the Sour Patch, Oreo, and all that. So now I'm mixing two colors, some yellow and a tan, to make that more yellow looking cookie, which I'm doing on the top in a French to be the cookie part of the nail to go off, those Oreos. And now I'm doing a little bit of design as best I can with another color of tan. I'm using an even darker one to try to make that word Oreo and stuff come off so you can kind of see it there. It is very subdued, but it's there. Now a nice glossy top coat to hold it all in and everything. Looking good. Now I wanted to mattify at least the cookie part of the nail, which is the tannish yellow part. So that's what I did. As it dries. And now that it is fully mattified, half matte, half glossy, looking pretty good. Now we're doing swishy swish with the same yellowy tan color that I did a mix on my accent, where the gummy bear is going to intensify. I put the glue on the gummy bear and then on the nail to give it like a sandwich technique with the glue to really hold that in, as you can see. To go off the Sour Patch, but with that. Now we're going to the other nail of my thumb, bringing in the other cookie. And this one I'm just being simple and everything with this one, putting the word Oreo to an O, to that, and the next letter. Oh, yes. See, there's the O. Now we need the R. Yep. Then the next letter to the last one. I'm going off of being subdued because that's how it is on the cookie, even if this is a stamped version of it. Just getting off any little bits before I glossify it like I am right now. So you can see the word in its way. So there they are, fully done and everything. Looking good if I do say so. My nails are, yes, my other hand is more subdued of a look, and this one's more glazed of a look. Well, that just is the colors for you compared to the colors of this one. Yep. Gotta just say so. These are probably my pretty favorite ones. Glossy, because it just gave it a little something. And I thought this was kind of nice, glossy and unglossy, as you can see there. Because then it gives it a little bit of depth, because the two colors I use are very, very similar, because I couldn't get one that was similar but more different as much. So, yeah. And like I said, I was going to maybe use some 3D thing that's like a little, to go off the vibe of it being a, I know it's a gummy bear, this look, but I don't have a Sour Patch Kid kind of candy look. So that's the closest I have. But I did do the color scheme of the green to it all. So that is that and that. And of course I did the opposites on my thumbs. So all that in mind. And as you did see, the Oreo word of it all. So with that, and doing my way of what these became because of the Oreo cookies, that was fun and everything. We never know what might be the next thing that inspires my nail look. I'm just happy of it all. So with that, and the Sour Patch Kid, and the chocolate of it all, there we go. And as I've been bringing it up, just like with these, maybe you will enjoy this video that's all cutesy in the vibes that when I used the gummy bears as well, or this other one that is being suggested. So with all that, there's some stuff you can see just like this. See you on the flip side.